Coming to another, today we will discuss about the feedback concept. Before that, what is feedback? The feedback in this slide we will discuss about feedback. So the phenomena of feeding a portion of the output signal back to the input circuit is known as the feedback. So in that it is says that the portion of the output signal again it's back to the input circuit is known as feedback. So nothing but the samples are portion of the output signal. Again, it's back to the input circuit is known as the feedback. So simply it says the sample of the output to taken and again it's given to the input signal. It's known as the feedback. So the effect results in a dependence between the output and the input, and an effective control can be obtained in the working of circuit. So we get that A, there is no change in output and input. We're getting the exact output. That is the purpose of, that is the working of this circuit. So simply says feedback. Feedback is nothing but some of the portion of the output signal is back to the input circuit, or the sample of the output is taken from the output and again it's given to the input is known as feedback. The effect results in a dependence between the output and the input, and an effective control can be obtained in the working of circuit. So in that we get the exact output. That is the purpose of feedback. So coming to types of feedback, in that positive feedback and negative feedback. We'll discuss what is positive feedback and negative feedback one by one. So the first one is, next topic is types of feedback. In that first one, positive or another name for positive feedback, regenerate feedback. Positive types of feedback. In the first one, positive or regenerate feedback. In that, in positive feedback, the positive energy, in that energy is nothing but what? Voltage and current is in phase with the input signal and thus aids it. So here in that feedback, the positive signal, that is input signal, and the feedback signal both are in phase. So same direction. In phase means same direction. So in positive feedback, the feedback as the voltage and current is in phase with the input signal. So in that positive feedback, the feedback and the input signal both are same direction. So due to that, positive feedback increases gain of the amplifier due to the same phase. That's why it increases the gain of the amplifier and also increases distortion. So that are these are all the disadvantages. So distortion increases and noise also increases and we get instability out. So the stability also decreases. So these are the disadvantages. So because of these disadvantages, then why are we using positive feedback means? We are using positive feedback in oscillators. What is the oscillator means? Without giving input, we can generate the oscillations. That is waveforms. That is the oscillators. So in oscillators, here the important one question is oscillators, which type of feedback we are using? Either positive feedback or negative feedback. So we are using positive feedback. So this is an important question regarding any competitive exams. So in oscillator, we are using positive feedback. So in that positive feedback, the same phase or out of phase means the phase is in phase. So there is no change, same phase. So next coming to block diagram of positive feedback. See, already we know the amplifier. Amplifier means it gives strength to the weak signal. So this is the input signal and this is the amplifier we're getting output. So this is the amplifier. Already we know that amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift. So this is the 180-degree phase shift and we're taking output. So that's why the positive will be changes negative and negative will be changes positive. 180-degree phase shift. And again, what is the feedback? This is the feedback network. What is feedback network says? Samples taken from the output and again it's given to the input. The same thing here. The samples taken from the output. So this is the feedback network, feedback, and again it given to the input. This is the input. So this is the feedback network. So in that feedback network, this introduces feedback network introduce 180-degree phase shift. So here 180-degree phase shift and here also 180-degree phase shift. Total 360-degree phase shift. So in positive feedback, what is the phase shift? Means how to say that 360-degree phase shift. 360-degree total 360-degree phase shift. So in that 360-degree phase shift, the amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift and feedback network introduces 180-degree phase shift. See the input and feedback. So this is the input and this one is the feedback. So both are same direction in phase. So that is why here the noise also increases, distortion also increases, but the amplification is, as the gain is increases. So these are the positive feedback. So this is the positive feedback definition and what is the advantages, disadvantages, and this is the feedback concept and the block diagram of positive feedback. So this is an important question regarding competitive exam. What is the phase shift of positive feedback means? 360-degree. In the 360-degree, amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift and feedback network introduces 180-degree phase shift. Next topic, negative feedback or degenerative feedback. So in negative feedback, the feedback energy or voltage or current, that is energy is nothing but voltage or current, is out of phase with the input signal, thus opposes it. So we see in last class we discussed, last topic we discussed about the positive feedback. So in the positive feedback, the both the positive, that is the feedback and the input are in phase. Coming to negative feedback, the feedback and the input both are out of phase. That means what? That exact opposite. So that's opposite it. Negative feedback reduces gain of the amplifier. It also reduces distortion, noise, and instability. So already we discussed positive feedback increases the gain. Coming to negative feedback reduces the gain of the amplifier, and also positive feedback increases distortion, noise, and instability. But negative feedback it also reduces distortion, noise, instability. So that's why the negative feedback amplifier, negative feedback is used in amplifiers. What is the reason amplifier means? It reduces noise, distortion, and it increases the stability. That is the advantages of the negative feedback amplifier. If you see the block diagram of negative feedback amplifier, so already we discussed input, amplifier, and then output. So here the amplifier introduces 180-degree out of 180-degree phase shift. So this is the input and this is the output. So now we draw the feedback network. So this is a feedback network. We're taking sample of the output. So this is the feedback, and again it's given to the input. So this is the network feedback. So if you see the input and feedback, so both are out of phase. That means what? 180-degree phase shift. 180-degree phase shift. See, this is the feedback, and this is the input, and this is the feedback. So 180-degree phase shift. So here the amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift, and the feedback introduces the 0-degree phase shift. So here the one question is the negative feedback. What is the total phase shift? 180 plus 0, 180-degree. In that 180-degree, either feedback or amplifier introduce means here the phase shift introduces by the amplifier, not by the feedback. So coming to positive feedback, in positive feedback, amplifier introduces 180-degree phase shift and feedback network introduces 180-degree phase shift. Coming to negative feedback, the amplifier only introduces 180-degree phase shift, but the feedback introduces 0-degree phase shift. So these are the types of feedback. So what is the purpose of feedback? What are the advantages of feedback? So these are we discussed. Now next topic is coming to comparison between the positive and negative feedback. So in that comparison between positive and feedback and negative feedback, already we know that in positive feedback, the phase shift is 360-degree or 0-degree. So feedback energy is out phase with the input signal. So this is negative feedback and this one is positive feedback. So here the phase is out phase. Coming to here, the phase is in phase. That means here the opposite direction, here the same direction. And coming to next comparison, gain of the amplifier is decreases. Here gain of the amplifier is increases. Next, the stability coming to third point parameter is stability. In negative feedback, stability is increases, and positive feedback, stability is decreases. And coming to next parameters, noise and distortion. In negative feedback, noise and distortion is decreases. Already we discussed in block diagram. And coming to positive feedback, noise and distortion is increases. And coming to another parameter, bandwidth. In negative feedback, the bandwidth is increases. Coming to positive feedback, the bandwidth is decreases. And another applications of next parameter is application. In the negative feedback used in amplifiers, positive feedback used in oscillators. So these all are the all about the feedback. These all are all about the feedback. So the first one, concept of feedback. What is the concept of feedback means? The samples taken from the output and again it's given to the input. This is the main concept of feedback. And again, it's what the purpose of feedback means. It gives exact output. This is the purpose of feedback concept. And then we'll discuss about the types of feedback. One is positive feedback. Positive feedback, another name is regenerative feedback. And the next concept is negative feedback. Negative feedback, another name is degenerative feedback. And then first one, positive feedback. Positive feedback, that positive feedback, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and what is the phase we'll discuss already. So in positive feedback, the phase is 360-degree or 0-degree phase shift. So the positive feedback used in oscillators. And that disadvantages is that here the distortion is increases, noise increases, and we get instability gain. That are the disadvantages. And again, we discuss about the block diagram of positive feedback. And another type is negative feedback. In that negative feedback, the phase is out of phase. Already we discussed out of phase. And again, here noise, distortion, and decreases, and instability gain also decreases. We get more stability. And the bandwidth also increases. So these are the advantages of negative feedback. And negative feedback used in amplifiers. And this is the block diagram of negative feedback amplifier. And the next topic is comparison between positive and negative feedback. So already we discussed the negative feedback and positive. These are the overall about the feedback. Thank you.